I know you love cartoons. I sure do. Ever wonder what it'd be like to work at the Cartoon Network? Well, today you're in luck because we're going to discover what a cartoon creator's world is like, as well as where some of your favorite characters on the Cartoon Network come to life. We're also going to bring you some videos from Creed, Third Strike, and Simple Plan. So stay tuned because Phat Videos starts right now. Hey, this is Greg Haney, the marketing director for Cartoon Network, and his job is to get people like us and adults to watch cartoons because they think that, you know, they don't watch cartoons because it's for little kids, but that's not true, is it?
No, as a matter of fact, a third of all of our viewers at Cartoon Network are over the age of 18, which is pretty staggering. So instead of just having adults watch the current cartoons that are on Cartoon Network, we decided to create cartoons, and specifically a destination Saturday and Sunday nights for teenagers, or at least a target of 18 to 24. That's you, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's pretty successful. I mean, I love watching Adult Swim. As you can see, his office is filled with his work in the marketing.
Yeah, actually, everything that you're seeing back here are clips of cartoons or animation that are being used for adult purposes, and it's pretty amazing because a lot of people still think that cartoons are just for kids. And what we have here is an argument that animation specifically is being used for adults and appeals to adults. So many adults seem to respond better to the word animation as opposed to cartoon, but it's true. Animation is for everybody, especially here at Cartoon Network, where a third of our viewers are adults.
All right, you heard it from Greg, and you know exactly where he works because he has the 2 O's on his window, so when you're standing in the street, the O in Cartoon and Network, that's Greg's office. This is Jay Rogers. He's the senior designer. Well, he's a senior designer down here at Cartoon Network. Is that correct? A. And, well, can you tell us, like, generally what your day is like when you come?
Yeah, it's pretty hectic, but no, generally we design quite a lot of stuff for consumer products, retail, merchandise, that sort of stuff. It's all off-channel consumer products related material for Cartoon Network. So right now I'm working on some posters for a convention for video games and stuff. And we also deal with brand assurance, which basically means that any outside company that licenses our characters has to submit all of their products to us before they're released to the consumer. So we have to make sure that they're using the character art properly, all the backgrounds are correct, accurate, all that sort of stuff. So it can be anything from book bags and hats and pens to video games and books, that sort of stuff. So it's basically quality control.
And I noticed you have a lot of paraphernalia around here. Cartoon Network. Where did you start collecting this stuff after you got the job here, or did you already have it? You brought it with you?
It's a little of both. I mean, that's one nice thing about being here is everybody likes toys and stuff, and we're always getting little trinkets and stuff. So it's pretty easy once you start a collection. You don't have to do much.
Hey, we're here with senior designer Matthew Crouch. He actually designed his own business card, which he presented to me. Hey, Matt, what exactly is it that you do here?
I get to design print pieces, billboards, ads, posters, premiums. Get to design stuff like slinkies and watches and t-shirts and all kinds of stuff.
What's the program you use to design your work?
Mainly use Illustrator. We'll take it into Photoshop for special effects, shadows, blurring stuff. Just like little hints on the art that already exists.
Cool. And did it take a lot of like art credit of like a secondary school or something, or did you just show your stuff?
I have a degree in graphic design from Savannah College of Art and Design.
Guys, this looks like the ideal office job. I mean, look at this. You get to have goofy stuff all over your office every day. They got pizza over there and cookie cake that It looks like they just eat on all day long. It looks like the kind of job I would like. Laurie Goldberg, she's the Senior Vice President of Public Relations here at Cartoon Network. And she chose this job because, well, she gets to paint her walls with whatever cartoon she wants.
That was much more important to me than stock options at some big .com. I had 2 job offers, and one we'll make you a millionaire. The other one, you could have your office painted in whatever cartoon you wanted. And I made the intelligent decision of getting my walls painted in cartoons. And it probably was a better thing because the .com may have gone under for all I know at this point.
That's true, it's true. I mean, you're going to have an office job. You might as well make it a fun office, right? Look at all these toys she has. This is crazy. So, you know, I see this Adult Swim thing now. Are y'all trying to get away from the stereotype that, like, cartoons are for kids?
Yeah, it's because it's wrong. I mean, I'm sure your audience knows, cartoons is for all ages. We have a third of our audience are adults, and we want to make sure that we also have cartoons that are more for adults. Every cartoon's for adults. Powerpuff Girls, if you watch it as an adult, you'll get a lot more out of it than as a kid will get out of it. Same with Bugs Bunny. It's been throughout the years. The best cartoons are the ones that have a couple of levels to them, one level for the adults and one level for the kids. If you watch cartoons you watched as a kid, again, you'll get some jokes that you had no clue were there when you were a kid. So now we have a whole block of cartoons on Saturday night and Sunday night that are specifically for adults.
Hey, this is Linda, the Senior Vice President of Original Animation here at the Cartoon Network. So what you do is basically decide what cartoons are going to be played on the air. Is that correct?
Well, that's part of what I do. We also work with people pitch to us. People send us their ideas, or they call up and they say, here's my short film, could this be a series? And so we spend a lot of time, looking at things and giving feedback, and then we also work on the series. Once something goes to series, they do storyboards, and they do, like this here is a storyboard for a Johnny Bravo episode, so you can see someone's drawn all this out. Someone at the network has to read that and approve it.
So how many of these storyboards do you read every day, would you say?
Probably about 3 or 4 every day. It's a lot of times we read outlines, we read premises, sometimes we read pitches for shows, so it's a couple of hours of reading every day and a lot of talking on the phone.
Cool. Well, I don't know, you want to look at these Pez dispensers? She has quite a collection of Pez. How long did it take you to get all this?
It's probably been in progress since about 1994, and the funny thing about the Pez is that I didn't actually collect them. I had a couple of characters that I liked up on my shelf, and as people would come to pitch to me, they would say, oh, she likes Pez, and they'd sort of try to bribe me by saying, oh, I got you this Pez, and suddenly I had a whole shelf full, and then suddenly I had another shelf full, and then people kept sending them, and now I have all those Pez, and I like the Fisher-Price little people. I like these guys, so.
Hey, I got some of those. So if you want to get your cartoon on the air, just bring a Pez or a Fisher-Price, right?
That's right.
Drawings that you do?
Sure. What I have here are some initial drawings for the Samurai Jack maquette, which is partly a study aid for other artists, and it's definitely an aid when we make the Samurai Jack toys, so that conceptually, it leaves a lot of questions answered. How do you reproduce the hands, and how big his head should be?
So, were you always good at drawing as a kid, or was that like a skill that you learned in college or something? You took a course on it?
It's always been sort of a love of mine. I really never considered it a job possibility until really late in my life. Yeah, I've always drawn. It's always been part of what I do.
All right, we're going to the next cartoon illustrator. And he has a massive Macintosh monitor. Us at Tech, we don't deal with Macintoshes too often, but in the art industry, it's a very good computer. What is your name again?
I'm Kevin. Kevin McKenzie.
All right, and Kevin, are you generally working on projects like the ones that he works on, or is it totally?
Yeah. I'm kind of the next stage. Sorry to be working while trying to answer the question at the same time, but I'm up against a deadline. One of the things that Brian or one of the other illustrators here will do is pencil it out in rough form, and then the image comes to me for digital ink and paint.
Yeah, I've never seen this before. What is just a drawing pad you can draw with some type of pen?
Yeah, this is a pressure-sensitive Wacom tablet, and what you can do with this is create a brush. By using this, since it's got a pressure-sensitive nib, you can also do real fine airbrushing and that sort of thing in a photo manipulation program. So, yeah, I've had to do it with the mouse before too. I know how difficult that can be if you're trying to do something that, you know, doesn't that you don't want to feel so cold and stiff.
I notice everybody here has their TV. Well, they have a TV. What's the deal with that? I mean, is that an idea to like inspire you? You watch TV and you get inspired to do something?
Well, actually, the televisions are here so that we can keep track of what's going on the network, because we're sort of an in-house illustration bureau, and our main client is the on-air group. So if they're taking the network in a certain way in terms of how we're promoting ourselves and how we want our images and characters to be used, it's up to us to, I mean, they're not going to just say, hey, we're going this way. We've got to kind of watch and see how we're going. Yeah. And that way, yeah, in fact, it actually does inspire us.
Thanks for checking out Phat Videos this week and coming with us to explore the Cartoon Network. If you like what you saw, you can check them out at www.cartoonnetwork.com, or you can go to the GTCN website at www.gtcn.gatech.edu, and we'll hook you up with some free stuff just for checking us out. As always, here on Phat Videos, we'll bring you the coolest stuff on campus and in Atlanta and the hottest poppin' alternative videos. See you next week.
Hello, stupid. Hello. Hello, my name is Brack. I am an oil painting on canvas. Thank you.
Hey, that's brilliant, man. That's what you get paid for.